I do personal readings, so the information's on my my profile on YouTube, and I think I've got a link to that. I know I've got a link to that at the top of my TikTok page as well. I charge £18 for a personal reading. It'll be about at least 20 minutes long. It might be 30, depending on just how it goes, really. But this is collective energy, so you're all on different timelines as signs, and obviously external reality is affecting your person and you. But I do feel like a lot of people of the same zodiac sign are, it's to do with astrology, isn't it? But you've got different aspects to your personality, different character traits, characteristics, belief systems, and your experiences are designed to evolve you and make you the highest version of yourself. So it makes sense that someone with the same or similar personality traits would be experiencing the same kind of life lessons, because it's to reshape you and give you more balance, more circumference, more of a roundedness, you know, to strengthen what might be your limitations. So if you're a sign that tends to be more possessive or fixed, then you might become someone who's far more independent and malleable and adaptable, you know, from the lessons that Source sends you, from the relationships that you agree to in the 5D. After they've carried out in the 3D, you know, you have higher boundaries. If you're an empath, you become more open. If you're a closed, you know, very, very closed off sign like a Cancer, or, you know, you can become like far more feminine if you're used to being in your masculine energy. It all helps to shape us. We will get sent lessons in life that help us to become a more rounded, balanced version of ourselves. Okay, that's the point. It's weird, right? But I used to think, well, how can you have collective readings where it applies to like hundreds or thousands of people? Why would people be like resonating with that, like so many different people in a collective reading? But it just does. Like loads of people comment and go, oh my god, that's what's going on with me at the moment. Or loads of people will say like, you got like absurd details right, or like, you know, they're just blown away. Like as a tarot reader, I just did the readings and then I looked at other tarot readers and what was coming out in their readings, and it's been exactly the same card combinations on occasion and a lot of the same narrative. And you can look at all different tarot readers, you can look at hundreds of them. There'll be similar narratives coming out in their readings at the same time. And if you think about it, out of a 74 card tarot deck, or 78 cards, whatever it is, to get the same two cards in combination, upright or reversed, you know, absolutely exact. And even if you get slightly different cards, you can get the same narrative, because it's how you interpret the cards that are coming out. Honest to God, like I've had goosebumps. Like I can't always 100% explain how it is the way it is or why it is the way it is, but there's something in this. There's just something in it at the end of the day, like, because why would that be happening? It's crazy. It's crazy and it's wonderful. It's nice when you can see other people going through the same shit, because on social media it's just like, oh, we've just got our first house, or we're having a baby, or isn't everything amazing? Like, let's celebrate the good stuff. But what about when things aren't going well? Where'd you go to discuss that, or to get a sense of other people are going through shit that you're going through? Tarot's the community where you can do that, isn't it? People from anywhere around the world, they're going through the same shit as you, so I find it really, really helpful. Okay, so on to Capricorn. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Capricorn's highest good. How is Capricorn feeling in this first week of March 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in, please. So first of all, Capricorn's feelings. I don't watch them now, but Mia Tarot and is she 333 Cottage? I think she is, yeah. I literally pulled the same card combos as them. I don't really like Tyler's Tarot, and they've buddied up with them, haven't they? So I unfollowed them because I just can't be doing with it. But I think they're good readers. I do think they know what they're doing, and it just blew me away when I pulled the same card combinations as them on the same couple of days, and I did my reading first. I actually ended up losing that reading. Well, I've had one that was the same as I like to watch. I've got Sunflowers and Spirituality, and I've got what's her name? Oh my god, Sunflowers and Spirituality, and there's another one. I'll find out now. I'll type it in the comments. Spiritually Goldie. I love watching her. Oh my god, I love watching Elijah Tarot because he's dead funny, he's dead hilarious. He makes you laugh. So if you're feeling like the tarot is getting too heavy and it's making you anxious, you can watch funny tarot readers. I love watching Empress of Energy. I think she's dead sassy. And Live a Better Life Tarot. Oh my god, he literally predicted something on the same night. It actually happened exactly what he said. It gives me goosebumps. And Emery's Tarot, I watch him every Sunday night. He's very like posts like on the dot. Emery's Tarot, he's like literally telling the narrative of my life every Sunday night. I'm like, bloody hell, I'm blown away. And he doesn't allow comments, and I've never met him, so it's like, how's he doing that? The Emperor reversed. Okay, so Capricorn, if the Emperor was upright, I'd say that you're feeling like the CEO of your life. You'd be feeling in control. You'd be feeling strong, capable, knowledgeable. You know, you're running an empire. But when the Emperor's reversed, he can be wielding that power over people in a way that's negative. Or he can be feeling disempowered. Okay, so it's when it's a reversal, it's that energy. It's like a positive version of it when it's upright, or it's an accentuated version in either direction when it's reversed. So disempowered or overly empowered and wielding it over people in a negative way, like manipulative, overbearing, domineering, or weak, you know, feeble, disempowered, unable to make decisions, unable to cope with the pressure. So it's in the reverse. So whether it's weakness or being overbearing, we'll find out from the other cards that come out. But the Emperor is all four kings: the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Wands. So he's passionate, he's assertive, he's a thinker, he's strategic, he's a fantastic provider, spender, gifter, generous. What have I missed? Cups, emotional, you know, calm, forgiving, caring, and nurturer. So it's all those brilliant qualities. And an Emperor, it's the highest status you can get in a tarot deck. But someone's either using that intelligence to be overbearing, that passion to be overbearing, or they've lost that confidence, they've lost that assertiveness, they've lost that inner strength that an emperor has to have. You could be male or female, it doesn't determine your gender, but an emperor is someone who's in their masculine energy, so they're less of a nurturer and they're more of a decision maker. They're less of a creator and they're more of someone who works with logic, okay, than creativity. They might be more organisational as opposed to productive, yeah? Right, the moon reversed. So when the moon's upright, it's the major for Pisces, and it's, well, by the way, the Emperor is major for Aries, so you could have that on your chart. You could have Pisces in your chart. You don't have to. But in the story of the Major Arcana, with the moon card, we must walk forwards anyway, even if it's scary. When the moon's reversed, perhaps there's a fear of walking forward and we're refusing to do it, you know? I think there's a lack of confidence here with that combination coming out. Well, not combination, but that one following the other one. I think we're having a wobble. You know, fear's overwhelmed us and we're not feeling good. We're not feeling like we've got what it takes to make the decisions, the tough decisions. Let's get one more. Yeah, look, the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So this is, when the Ace of Pentacles is upright, it's a level up and a major investment of time, money and energy coming your way. It's helped along, any ace is helped along by the universe. It's like a reward, you know. So if you put your CV out, then you'll get the dream job, okay, and the universe will help to make it so. When it's reversed, it's like a lack of abundance. So if you imagine an Ace of Pentacles as being coins and it being a large amount of them, when it's facing down, it's like the coins falling out the wallet or the coins falling out the purse. It's like overspending, you know, we're hemorrhaging money from the savings, or I've had a reduction in pay or a reduction in hours, or I've lost my job, I've been made redundant. It's something negative to do with abundance. So it's a lack of abundance, and that can happen with a lack of earnings. It can happen with an increase in outgoings, you know, being made redundant. It's something like that wallet's being emptied, that purse is being emptied, okay, due to extra outgoings or a lack of income. So I'm getting that this is like the Emperor's issue here. I'm gonna have to get a wiggle on because my battery's going down, and where I charge my phone, the microphone slots in, so I need to get a wiggle on. I'll have to charge up and come back on to do Aquarius and Pisces. I'll finish Capricorn, hopefully. I'm scared if my phone goes off, because last time I lost the reading when that happened because of the battery. Right, how is Capricorn's person feeling in this first week of March 2025? The one Capricorn's thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in. Another example of Ace of Pentacles reverse could be like, a real life example could be, you know, if you got to divide assets, if you're getting a divorce or something. Right, they've got the High Priestess, which is like a Piscean energy, like intuition, and it's upright. See, they're very much being led by their gut, their intuition, the third eye chakra. Why is that blurry? Is it because it's dark? They're following their intuition at the moment. The King of Wands reversed. So you're both in your masculine energy, you and this person. Now, interestingly, you're reversed, so you're feeling weak. They're reversed, so they're feeling weak. Now, a King of Wands is a fire energy, okay? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they could be, they don't have to be. But remember, this is someone who, when they're upright, they're assertive, they are passionate, they're self-motivated, they're unrelenting. One's a passion, fire, energy, adventure, enthusiasm, confidence, ego. You know, like, this person is either overbearing with that, or they've lost their confidence, they've lost that enthusiasm, they've lost self-motivation, they've lost ego. They could be feeling weak, you know, that fire's being put out that's normally there. Again, they don't have to be male or female, but a masculine energy is less focused on nurturing and people in the family or people in a team or a group or society, and it's a more streamlined, self-orientated focus that you've got to be able to make the tough decisions and not worry about the collective all the time. Does that make sense? Look, now we've got the Queen of Cups and we've got the King of Swords reversed. So this is very telling now, because the Queen of Cups is a card of healing. She dips that cup and she scoops up water. Water in any context represents cleansing. You know, we are baptized in water. Water gives us life. It keeps us alive. It cleans us. It cleanses us. Okay? It's about purifying yourself and healing and rejuvenating yourself. The King of Swords, when he's upright, is a person who's very upright. They're intelligent, they're honest. It's a person of integrity, okay? It's truth, honor, valor, communication, written or verbal or spoken communication. They're very good with their words. They're a fantastic orator, very persuasive. When that's reversed, they could be wielding that sword, that communication, in a way that's damaging to people. So they can either block communication, okay? So when you block people on social media, you know, you can be sort of passive aggressive and just not allow them to communicate back and forth with you. Or you can use your tongue in a way that you're cutting into people's skin and you're hurting them, and you're using, you know, a nasty form of communication. You could be swearing at them, you could be, you know, telling them very blunt truths that's hurting them. So could also be someone who's manipulative, telling lies. So the person you're dealing with, and I would say you're dealing with them because you're showing up as an emperor, they're showing up as a king. I do think this is someone you know that you're involved with or on a break from. It's the sense of like they're trying to heal after feeling disempowered. You've both been in your masculine, which means you've been clashing. You should have one person at any one time, and it can be either of you, and it can change and swap either. You should be like yin and yang. You should be one masculine, one feminine. You know, and you can take turns being the one that's more in the masculine and the one that's more in the feminine, but you need that give and take. You're clashing if you're both in your masculine. If you're both in your feminine, you're kind of like lackluster. You know, you're both expecting to be chased. You're both expecting the other person to apologise. that doesn't work either. You fall apart, but you butt heads when you're both in your masculine energy because you're trying to be the boss. Both of you are trying to be the boss. So with you both being in the masculine energy but feeling disempowered, this is a bit of a recipe for disaster. And this person's trying to heal after either blocking you and blocking all communication, or arguing with you, or lying to you, or, saying hurtful things. They believe that they're acting in integrity, though. With that high priestess, they're just trying to follow their gut. Kings are responsible. They are people with a lot of responsibility. They may have children. They may be in a high-powered job. They may run a team. So you have to be responsible when you're a king. Right, for the outcome, we've got the 9 of Swords. So that's a lot of fear, anxiety and worry. It's not being able to sleep at night. Two more for the outcome, please. 2 more for the outcome. Right, Queen of Pentacles reversed. So the Queen of Pentacles upright is someone who is able to earn money, able to spend money on herself, on others. She likes a lavish environment, something very opulent or something tasteful, artistic. It matters to her. Material wealth and nice surroundings and nice things matters to her, okay? Because she's in a feminine energy and she's a queen, she's a very good provider to the people around her, whether she's got elderly parents responsible, that she's responsible for, or children that she's responsible for, or anybody else. She's a gifter, she's a sharer, she's a provider, okay? With that being reversed, there might be an issue over money and how to provide for a family at the moment. Or it's a sense of, I'm holding on to my money and I'm not going to spend on anyone, I'm not going to be generous, I'm not going to be caring, I'm not going to gift people or provide for people. It's either like I'm not going to, or I can't, and there's a lot of anxiety here. I'm just wondering if money's the problem. So we've got a combination of the Scales of Justice and the 5 of Wands. So we've got arguments now, and it could be to do with some sort of law, some sort of rule, requirements. You could be arguing about planning permission on a house or a development project. You could be arguing about a business that you both run together. This can represent the judicial system, rules, processes, planning, procedures, anything that has to be abided by. And we've got the 5 of Wands is physical aggression or physical fights, or just general conflict of emotion or disagreements. It's falling out with each other. It's falling out with others. That's the challenge. So can we come to terms with and work together? Is someone going to give way? Is someone going to allow the other to have the last say? Because we can't both do it. We can't both do that. At some point, you have to compromise. At some point, you have to support one another and come together and work together. At some point, you have to overcome whatever red tape you're trying to deal with, if it's the authorities or, I don't know, I'm trying to think of things that are official, like a planning office or land registry or something like this. The justice system. I don't feel like anyone's done anything terrible or anyone's done anything wrong. deceitful or lying or cheating or stealing. I don't feel like that. I just feel like there's quarrels here over how to... Look, you've got the Ace of Pentacles on your side reversed, so there's a huge outgoing of money. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed, so there's a lack of being able to provide at the moment, and that causes stress and strain in a connection. It causes arguments, it causes blame, it causes us to feel shit, like we can't provide, we can't do the things that we want to do, we've got to delay stuff on the house or delay a move, or we've got to figure something out, work our way through, red tape, rules, regulations, planning. I don't know why I keep saying planning, but it's just an example of, like, you have to do things by the book, don't you? It could just be a lack of justice in terms of you could be a Libra or have Libra in moon, Libra placements, or you could be unable to have balance over, like, who gets the end say. Like, well, we've got to make a decision and we've got different taste on stuff, so, or we've got different ideas about how to resolve this financial issue. What are we going to go with? Like, how are we going to balance this out? I think there's been crosswords or someone's been sulking. I'm a sulker, so no judgment. But if your person's a sulker, that could represent sulking, or someone could be like, a hot-headed King of Wands, and they could be fiery, like say whatever's on the tip of their tongue and be really hurtful. But they don't mean it, but it's like, then you can't forget what they've said then. So we see this as a current marriage or seriously long-term relationship where you're arguing about how to sort out some sort of financial issue. My phone's about to go, so I need to, like... What's the nature of this connection, please? Gratitude. You need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. So sometimes, guys, it doesn't matter whose fault it is, why you stop talking, or who had the last word, or who always seems to get the end result. You love each other and you're part of a project together. So, drop the bullshit and the, like, blame and just be the bigger person. You're two adults and you've got to, like, at the end of the day, the relationship or marriage or living dynamic is more important than the project or whatever these obstacles are. Crap like this is temporary, and you'll work together and you'll overcome it, and that strengthens a relationship. True love. A deep and enduring connection going beyond superficial attraction. You love each other, like, there's nothing as important as the relationship, so don't allow anything to cause such a clash that it's going to be detrimental to the relationship. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. What is it that this person loves about Capricorn? What is it that this person loves about Capricorn? You are the only one who gets me without me saying anything. You know this person better than they know themselves. And they, like, probably a bit annoyed by it, but they're comforted by it and they're happy about it at the same time, okay? You know them and you know they're a sulker, or they'll say things on the tip of their tongue and you both want to be the one that has the final say, but you'll sort it, it's fine. Let's get some confessions. Oh, you brought the life back into my life. Okay, so Capricorn, your reading was seeming to be about a marriage or very, very ultra committed, established relationship, living dynamic where you were in disagreement over something to do with what you're building, whether that be business, your house, renovations, projects, whatever it is that you're coming up against in terms of financial issues. Protect the relationship, protect the connection at all costs. Don't each try to be the one that gets the overall say, because it's not what's important here. At the end of the day, the connection is what's important. We've got true love, gratitude. You need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. You brought the life back into my life, and you are the only one who gets me without me saying anything. So your person knows that you understand them through and through. You know them better than you know yourself, okay? So you're two people that really, really love each other, intelligent people, and, you know, at the end of the day, who's going to be the adult and just give way, because that's what's important, isn't it? Is the connection. So let's get you some advice. I don't see anything dark in this at all. It seems quite, you know, it's like those day-to-day responsibilities, things that we're working on to build and grow together. I don't see the end of a relationship. I don't see cheating. I don't see stealing. I don't see something toxic. I don't see anything like that. It's just those things that you have to compromise on, you know, inside a relationship. Cultivate stillness. This one comes out when you're sort of feeling very, very anxious. You've got this kind of frantic wave pattern, and it's like, let's just bring it down, okay? Let's park the conversation about whatever way we want to go with this. Could be about moving house or anything. Moving country, selling up, you know, relocating, doing up a second property, starting a business, you know, letting go of a business that's failing. There's loads of things that happen in life, and it's just how it goes, but it's how you move on from it. Let things calm down, okay? Come back to the conversation when you're not feeling highly emotional. Go for a walk in nature, you know, come back together. Don't fight one another. Work together, back down from whatever, you know, place of aggression or competition that you've each got into. So we've got cultivate stillness as advice, and let's get one of these. When I was in my early 20s, I used to think that the principle of who's right and who should apologise was the most important thing. It's not. You realise that being an adult and caring about a connection and being, you know, truly someone who loves a person, it's about just finding ways to work together, to cooperate, to make things right, you know, before it gets too much of a wedge, before it gets too out of control. Because you can end up being so, like, full of yourself that it goes way beyond, like, you know, what it warranted. Gets blown out of control. Advice for Capricorn, please. Magic. There is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. So you just never know. You could have something really fixed in mind. You could have a really specific idea or solution. And then life, you know, when you open up your eyes and you open up your heart to the ideas that another person is suggesting, sometimes their idea is better than yours, or sometimes you can find a combination of their idea and your idea. Or you could ask someone totally different, someone who's skilled, someone who's well versed in whatever it is that you're trying to do, and they might come up with a totally different, like an option C. You know, so some kind of beautiful magic that's unexpected may come out of this, you know, this kind of like spaghetti junction that you're at the moment, or crossroads that you're at. So let's just see what happens, okay? Right, so I'm going to go on to Aquarius. I hope you had a good start to the week. I hope your Monday was all right, that it was productive or entertaining. Something really funny happened to me. I don't think I can say the word. A child came up to me in a lesson and he said, I've